Hey, what's up? It's your boy Ward, the Atmosphere Changer. It's been a while since I've done a live video on YouTube. I've decided that in 2025, I'm going to get back into doing what I love. One, shooting videos. You see my wife that threw me down in the basement. It's a wreck down here, but that's okay. That's all right. Two, I'm going to get back to focusing on coaching as a personal growth coach. Now, I'm going to be very honest with you. This is a very competitive business, and most people, truthfully, most people don't make it. Um, I was thinking of why most people don't make it, and the number one thing is finding customers. If you don't have customers, who are you going to coach, right? And a lot of people get discouraged. Well, for one, they have imposter syndrome. They're afraid that people are not going to respect them as a coach, or maybe they don't have a degree from college or something like that. And sometimes that deter people from starting conversations, especially the life coaches. You know, it seemed like the business coaches are a little more, what's the word I want to use? They're not afraid to engage. But it seemed like the life coaches, the personal growth coaches, the transformational coaches, I don't see them doing a lot of advertising or reaching out. When I say advertising, I don't necessarily mean, um, for pay, paying to advertise. I mean doing their their live videos, whether it be uh, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok. I haven't seen a lot of it where I used to, but I think people got discouraged and just quit. That's what I think. And maybe I think that because I was one of those people. I wouldn't say I quit, but what happened with me, I have a regular 9 to 5 job and just got super busy. And then I'm also an actor. I do plays. And between my regular job and doing plays, I didn't have time to create content. Now, I could have used AI, but I really didn't want to do that because I wanted to be natural. I wanted to be me. I wanted to be my thoughts. But I may have to start using AI to give me topics so that I can have something to talk about, especially when we get busy. And that's coming. Like I have a couple of new plays coming up. Um, and right after that, it'll be March, April, and you see my little you see my little bug tank back there. I, as an exterminator, come April through November is bug season. I live in Ohio, and it's getting really busy. I mean, really busy. And unfortunately, hey, Erica, how you doing? Right, nothing wrong with AI. Nothing is wrong with AI. And I'll tell you what, it gives you some great ideals. It does. Matter of fact, I have started using it. Um, I'm starting to let it write my blogs. I'll create the topic and let it do most of the heavy lifting. The writing. As I was saying, so many people are really struggling in the coaching industry. And I was okay, well, what can I do to help with this? And I started looking at, I found some of my old notes, and I started looking at some of the things that I did. And where I started this with a goal. That was my number one thing. And at this time, this was a while back. And at this time, I started with money in mind. So that was my first goal, and my goal was to generate $840,000. That was my goal, and then I gave myself 90 days. I gave myself a 90-day goal as well. Excuse me, I'm sorry. The $840,000 was a year goal. My 90-day goal was 210,000. And then I asked myself, what's at stake if I don't reach my goal? Well, I wrote this down, and you should write your goals down too. I asked myself, what's at stake if I don't reach my goal? My belief in me. That's what was at stake. What will achieving my goal allow me to do, have, or become? See, the reason I asked myself these questions so I could come back and read the answers to inspire myself. And I'm gonna read you what I wrote. It will allow me to pay off house and let my wife keep all her money. I will become a man of my word. You see, that was important to me. My wife worked a few hours, and I didn't want her to have to put any of her money in on the bills. I wanted her to take her money and spend it on her. That's what I wanted. And I was able to accomplish that for the most part. Now, times did get rough, and I did have to look at her like, hey, can you pay the cable bill? But I didn't want her to feel that pressure of, the mortgage and car notes and all that. I didn't want her to feel that. So that's what inspired me. Now, I also wrote, um, how will achieving the goal impact my life, my family, and my future? And here's my answer. Here was my answer. It will make me wealthy. My family will have money, and my future will be set. I will no longer have to worry about money. I just wanted to read a couple of things I had wrote down in my goals. Now, as coaches, that's one of the things we do. We have our clients write down goals. But I ask you, coach, are you following your own advice? Do you have your yearly goal? Do you have your um, your 90-day goal? Do you have your chief aim? Now that you got your goal, what's the first step? That should be your chief aim. What's the first step to getting to my goal? First, writing down 4 or 5 steps that will lead to your goal. And your chief aim should be getting to step one. And after you got to step one, your chief aim should be getting to step two. As a coach, part of that is connections, connecting with people. Connecting with people is so mandatory. Why is it so mandatory? Because the money you want is in other people's pockets. Now I know there's some people out here saying, "Oh, I don't do it for the money." Well, that's beautiful. That is beautiful that you don't do it for the money. But if you have a family, you have bills, your mortgage company want money. Your people who your car who finance your car, they want money. Duke Energy, they want money. The cable company, they want money. If this is a business, yes, first thing you want to do is serve the customers, but you also have to earn money. That's a part of coaching. That's a part of it. Getting your client a result in return for money, compensation. And like I was saying earlier, that's one of the things that drove people out of the coaching business. One, they wasn't making any money. And part of the problem is some people are afraid to ask for it. Some people are afraid to ask for the sale. I know coaches who give out so much great advice and teach great things, but never ever ask for the sale. Yes, you should give away some things, but some things you have to charge for. What you have is valuable, and you have to know that. You have to know that what you have is valuable. So don't give it away for free. You can give part of it away, but the other part you have to charge for because you still have to make a living. Before I get off here, I want you to focus on connecting with people. Start some conversations. You don't have to ask nobody for a sale. Start some conversations. If you're on social media, look to see if you can find people who are interested in what you have to offer. Like my friend Erica, Elegant Travel. Find the people who want what you have. One of my favorite sayings is, I'm looking for who's looking for me. And what I mean by that, I'm looking for the people who have what I have to offer. All right, guys. It's been fun. This is the first time I did a live video in a while. And I'm gonna get back to it. I'm gonna get back to doing what I love. I'm gonna get back to coaching, inspiring people. I'm your boy Ward, and I'll see you on the next video.